Hello, everybody. So, today I wanted to share some interesting and also exciting news. If you've happened to use the React OS on your computer or even in a virtual machine, I wanted to share this update with you because I really thought that it would help some of you out that happen to have this old graphics card and you like running some of the vintage games that you can use with it. As you can see, ReactOS is now going to support 3D Voodoo 5 GPUs. Now, ReactOS is an open source Windows alternative that offers the near native performance for all of these retro games. And then ReactOS is the free open source operating system that aims to achieve binary compatibility with Windows NT. And they have been working on a video driver for 3DFX's iconic Voodoo 5 GPUs. Now, the developers are reporting near native performance in OpenGL applications using Mesa FX and WickedGL ICDs or installable client drivers with a few caveats. Now, if you haven't seen what the actual React OS looks like, here is a picture of it. That is what ReactOS looks like. Now, this is the most recent version when they released it back in March. It was 0.4.15. Now, on their website currently, you can download 0.4.16, and I'm sure they'll have newer versions coming soon, but they keep working on making it run on less RAM and less hardware requirements for everything, including the processor, the drive, so that way they can get it into more people's hands. What they want to do is make it where you can run all of the Windows applications on React OS so you don't even need to have Windows. So this would be a great open source alternative for anybody who doesn't want to use Windows. They can use React OS. Now here is another image where they actually showed that they were running Excel 97 without any problems on React OS, and they were running it on the same version, 0.4.15. So I'm really excited about the development of this because it would give you an alternative to running Windows, and you would still be able to have all your Windows applications that you can use. But let's go back to the article because I really wanted to share about the Voodoo 5 GPUs that they're working on. So, back in the late 90s, 3DFX Interactive was a major force in the GPU market. They were renowned for its Voodoo lineup of graphics accelerators that ended with the Voodoo 5. Not only a source for nostalgia, the Voodoo 5 GPUs are a prized item among retro gamers and collectors, largely due to their iconic status and compatibility with games made using the Glide API. Now, the VD5 family was the fastest and the last lineup of GPUs by 3DFX with 5 variants envisioned. Yet, only the Voodoo 5, 5500, AGP, and PCI variants made it to consumers. Through experimental patches, a contributor project has gotten Voodoo 5 drivers up and running on ReactOS. Now, in theory, this compatibility should extend to the Voodoo 4 family as well, which utilizes the exact same VSA 100 GPU core. Now, testing indicates that Epic Games Unreal, which came out in 1998, launches and runs smoothly in full screen modes with the new driver. And I have a picture of it right here I wanted to share with you. So as you can see, this is running on React version 0.4.16, which is the newest version that they have on their website. But you can see right there, it has Unreal running. And I was really excited about this because any of you that still happen to have a Voodoo 4 or 5 card, you should be able to do a clean install of React OS put the Voodoo drivers onto the computer and be able to run Unreal, and it would run in near native performance. So this is going to be great for all of you who would like to test out ReactOS. Now, back over here on the article, they did say that it would launch and run smoothly in full screen modes with the new driver. Now, they do report that you can reach full speed in OpenGL when you install Mesa FX and WickedGL, and that's if you use the Voodoo 4 or Voodoo 5 drivers with ReactOS. Now, these ICDs do not support windowed mode, though, so you'd have to go full screen. They did have it in windowed mode on that other screenshot that I showed you, but if you put it in full screen, it's going to work great. The developers followed up by reporting full speed OpenGL performance with Mesa FX and WickedGL, both of which are third party ICDs tailored for 3DFX hardware. And ICDs translate OpenGL API calls directly into instructions the old 3DFX GPUs can understand, so it can run any of that code. Now, the full speed in this context likely refers to the performance comparable to the original Windows environment with the same card and ICDs. Now, the caveat is that windowed mode is not supported, but that quirk should be ironed out with a few patches because they'll keep working on it. They'll update the drivers and then they'll be able to do it in windowed mode as well. Now, ReactOS is not production ready, as it's still in alpha stage and has been under development since 1996. But they have really been making some vast improvements in the last 10 years. Now, the latest number to release, version 0.4.15, which came out in March, and currently they have 0.4.16. But it brought plug and play support, better memory management, and more audio formats, as well as several bundled accessories, just to name a few of the updates. Now, as it stands, ReactOS serves primarily for testing and validation. However, with increased compatibility, it could offer a more secure environment for legacy hardware and retro gamers compared to outdated Windows NT releases, because they're going to continue to release updates for this and they're going to patch any vulnerabilities that they find. Therefore, it would look like Windows NT, Windows 2000, somewhere in that time frame, but it's going to have all the updates installed. So you're not going to be running a 25-year-old operating system. You're going to be running a current operating system that's going to still have updates to it. So I thought this would be very interesting to you all because you can go and install ReactOS. You can install your Voodoo 5 graphics drivers along with the video card, and then you can go ahead and put Unreal on there and just start to play it, and it'll work great in full screen mode. And while you're there, why not go ahead and install Firefox or VLC or some other programs that you'd like to test out inside of ReactOS. So I hope that was interesting and also helpful that now ReactOS, you can now run your Voodoo 5 graphics card and it's going to work at near native speeds because they've now released the drivers for it. If you do have any questions about this, or maybe you'd just like for me to help you out with getting ReactOS or anything else, please let me know down below in the comments and I will do my best to get back to you. And if there's a video, topic, article, anything that you'd like me to create a video on, please let me know that down below in the comments as well. And I will do my best to create that video for you. And if you found this helpful and you'd like to support this channel, I left a link down below in the video description where you can buy me a cup of coffee if you'd like to. And as always, because you all do such a great job, if you can hit that like and subscribe button so I can keep putting up more great content like, did you know that ReactOS now supports the 3D Voodoo 5 graphics cards? And I'll be more than happy to keep putting up all this great content for you all. Thanks so much, everybody. I really appreciate you all. I hope you have a great day. Take care. God bless, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.